All right, here it is. This is the fitment slash fit up test of the Dragonfly blade on a Swiss Army, a 91mm Swiss Army knife. This is the donor knife I got on eBay for parts. I got it for like 13 or 14 bucks. So I got a good set of scales out of it. I got those little rivet caps that you need. You can get around without having them, but I like to have them because you can use these regular scales and they snap on easier. And then I got this spring that I needed to put on this one. So I ended up getting that. This is what the fit up looks like. I've been out there just messing around with it on the grinder, on the belt grinder, and this is what it looks like finally as far as fitment goes. I got the tip right underneath the edge of the scale, so as much of the hole will be out as possible once these blades are out of the way, because it's going to be on the very end here. There won't be anything in front of it. So probably, let me see, a little bit more than half of the hole, yeah, almost 3/4 of the spidey hole will be out. So that's good. And that's how it turned out. Basically, how you do this is you just take this, you take your stock spring and you lay it on top of the blade and you pull the blade down until where you want it to stop, and then you mark it. So I knew I didn't want it to hit this pin or this pin, so I laid it on there and pivoted it around until, you know, where I wanted it to stop, about right there, and then I marked it with a black Sharpie. And then I went out there and just took some off a little at a time, checked it, and then another thing you're going to have to do, you may or may not, it depends on how you like it. A lot of folks won't tell you these little small things when you're doing these builds. So when you go cut this out, the blade's going to be all floppy in there. You're not going to get enough back tension, you know, like as in when it's just sitting here. So what you have to do is you have to take this and the spring itself, put it in a vise and tap on the end of this here to make it come forward more, and that applies pressure to the pivot while it's in the closed position, and that way it won't flop around, because that's what it was doing. After I cut this out, it was just kind of flopping around. So you just adjust the top of this forward, and that will hold it in the closed position much better and give you that. So now, see, if I don't grab the blade, it won't go anywhere. Pretty neat. There's lots of little things you learn when you're doing this. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I know some of the other guys are hard to get a hold of.